Are you thinking about making a move to Portland, Oregon? Well, I have 5 things that you absolutely need to think about before you make that move. Welcome back to the Living in Vancouver, Washington with Realtor Cass channel. I am Cassandra Marks. I am a farmer with a wee little real estate problem, and it sounds like you have been thinking about making a move to Portland, but we really need to chat before you do that. So as an adult, I have lived in both Portland, Oregon and Vancouver, Washington. And I have to tell you, I love Vancouver like 1,000 times more. Portland's great. It's got a bunch of really cool things, lots to do. There's just the culture, everything, but there are 5 reasons why I choose Vancouver over Portland every day. Any day. The first reason that I dislike Portland is because it is super dense, and they have this thing called the urban growth boundary, which doesn't allow you to spread out, and they're just constantly redoing overlays and packing in the houses the best they can. And now Oregon thinks it's a really good idea to not even have residential zoning anymore. Then now we're like, oh, what's the highest and best use for this? Oh, like a 4-plex in a really nice neighborhood, just knock the house down and put a 4-plex in. It's just too many people in too little of a space. And I love Vancouver because the lots are bigger, it's more spread out, there's a lot less people. Portland Metro has like 2.2 million people, and Vancouver or Clark County is only about 550,000. So there's a pretty big difference between housing in Portland and housing in Vancouver. All right, the second reason I absolutely dislike Portland has to do with the traffic. I am a real estate professional, so obviously I drive a lot, like 2,000 plus miles a month. And every time I go to Portland, I have to schedule and make sure that I'm not gonna be driving down there around rush hour, because if you leave any downtown anytime after 2 p.m., it's gonna take you like over an hour to get into Vancouver. And it's not even that far. So just constantly, it's really hard to get from the east side to the west side. I don't know how people commute from Nike and Intel in Hillsborough over to places like Happy Valley on the east side. I don't know how they do it. They have to drive for like 2 hours. I just can't do it. And I drive a lot. And so that is saying something. Okay, so the third reason that I absolutely do not like living in Portland has to do with it. Portland's filthy. I mean, I come from the Midwest. We were really proud, always cleaning up the sides of the roads, always cleaning up our trash. And for Portland and Oregonians boasting how outdoorsy they are, I'm really shocked at how disgusting their city is. I mean, there's trash everywhere. There's graffiti everywhere. There's tents everywhere. There's needles everywhere. It's just really disgusting. And I don't know how many relocation clients that I work with, and they say to me, like, is there any part of Portland that doesn't look like this? And I'm like, no, because honestly, in the last 5 years, it's just gotten absolutely horrible. Portland used to be so beautiful, and I just don't know what happened about 5 or 6 years ago that made it just get absolutely awful. And they haven't really been doing a great job about cleaning it up either. So when you're on the Vancouver side, you always see trucks around helping pick up, cleaning the sides of the roads. They do it more than once a year. Like they're always there trying to keep Washington beautiful. So I don't understand why Portland is kind of missing that boat, but it might have to do with reason number 5. Just wait till we get there. Okay, reason number 4, I absolutely hate living in Portland when I did, was because the serious crime and the homelessness has just been going like this year over year over year. And I don't know why or what's going on or who is taking care of this? I mean, we're supposed to have leadership, but it's just, I didn't feel safe when I lived in my house in Southeast. I was constantly playing the game of, was that gunshots or fireworks? Or was I playing the game of who is either ODing or pooping in my backyard? Like, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Portland is a mess, both trash and crime-wise, and they really need to right that ship. All right, and the 5th reason I absolutely don't like and kind of didn't want to live in Portland anymore has to do with everything political. And I'm not going to get into which side I believe in, this, that, or the other, but when you live in Portland, you have to believe exactly what they believe. Otherwise, you are ousted 100%. Like, you are cancel cultured, you are out. you cannot have a varying belief. And that's not how adults and the real world works. I mean, I have many friends that I don't agree with some of their beliefs, but we're still friends. We have adult conversations and we talk about it. And so the politics in Portland right now are literally do nothing. Just do nothing. Like, okay, we're gonna talk about it. Next subject. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Next subject. Oh wait, it's been 4 months. Oh, let's talk about it again, but do nothing. So that's kind of what's going on. And that's not just Portland, honestly, that's most of Oregon. And what's really funny is if anyone's been watching the news lately, they're talking about greater Idaho happening, where like about 8 counties in Oregon are actually trying to leave and go to Idaho. You should definitely check that out. Okay, and one quick little bonus, actually fun fact that a lot of people don't realize, because there's only about 3 states in the entire country that do this, but in Oregon, you cannot pump your own gas. So weird. It has been like the weirdest thing for me ever since moving here. It still weirds me out. I always make sure I get gas before I leave Vancouver because I don't want to wait in the line. I don't want to deal with people. I don't need it. I kind of understand why they do it for employment reasons, trying to give people more employment opportunities, but also like I've sat at a gas station for like 20 minutes waiting for someone to come pump my gas, and I just got out and started pumping it myself, and then they come out and start yelling at me. I'm like, what are you doing? There's no one else here. What are you doing? Just come pump my gas. Okay, well, as you can see, I'm a very passionate person and have lived in both Portland and Vancouver. I just really appreciate Vancouver and what they do for their people, how the culture is over here, how everyone lives. I just want a simple life. I want to live on my farm and have a good day and just be surrounded by really nice, considerate people. And I just feel like I didn't fit in when I lived in Portland. And I'm from Minnesota. So Minnesota nice is a real thing. And yes, you know, there is a few things else about Minnesota that I loved and hated, but honestly, you just gotta think for yourself and take just some of these things into consideration. So if you've liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ding the bell so that you don't miss out on any more videos like this. I'll have a lot more information about Portland and Vancouver coming here in the near future. And honestly, I get calls, texts, emails from people just like you every single day who are looking to make the move to either Vancouver or Portland. And if you've got questions, reach out to me. My contact information is below and in the description. I want to make sure that if you're looking to make your move in the next 9 or 90 days, that we have a chat, that we talk about what you need in your move to the Pacific Northwest and get you into the best location for you. So again, my name is Cassandra Marks, also known as Realtor Cass. I'm a farmer with a wee little real estate problem. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you love this video, please come back. We'll have plenty more for you. Until I see you next time, bye.